Hi Cancer, how's it going? So this is part 2 of your reading. I did part 1 yesterday and I didn't realize that it was going to be as long as it was. So I'm breaking the video up into 2 parts, okay? So we are on your 6th card. And the question that I asked Spirit was, what changes or opportunities are approaching that Cancer should be aware of? And the card that came out is the Four of Cups. Okay? So what changes or opportunities are approaching you, Cancer, that you should be aware of? And you got the Four of Cups. So with this card, Spirit is showing that a meaningful opportunity may be approaching, but it may not arrive in the way you expect. This card often represents a period of reflection, emotional withdrawal, or feeling dissatisfied with what has been happening. So Spirit's message with this card is to stay open because something valuable could appear while your attention is focused elsewhere. There may have been times recently when you've felt emotionally tired or discouraged or uncertain about what's next. And let me just interrupt your reading for 1 second because I always do a daily card. For most days I pull a daily card. So I just posted a daily message, a daily card, and that's what it was talking about. So it was the pilgrim was the message, but that's what it was talking about. If you want to listen to it, about being uncertain about what's next. And it's just basically is, just focus on today and one step at a time, basically, okay? Maybe you've been waiting for movement or clarity or a breakthrough and nothing has seemed to change. So Spirit is acknowledging those feelings, but is also suggesting that this quieter season has been preparing you to recognize an opportunity that aligns more closely with who you are becoming. One of the biggest changes approaching is a shift in perspective. So instead of looking only at what hasn't worked, Spirit is inviting you to notice what is becoming possible. Sometimes opportunities don't appear as dramatic, life-changing events. They can begin as a conversation, an invitation, a new idea, a chance encounter, or a small decision that gradually leads you in a new direction. And Spirit is also encouraging you to pay attention to opportunities that don't immediately match your expectations. You may have a clear picture of how something should happen, but this card reminds you that growth often comes through unexpected paths. Being willing to consider a different approach may reveal possibilities you hadn't noticed before. With regards to relationships, this card could indicate an opportunity to reconnect with someone else or with yourself. If there has been emotional distance or a misunderstanding or hesitation, Spirit suggests there may be a chance for honest communication and renewed understanding. If you're single, an opportunity for connection may arise when you're focused on your own healing rather than actively searching. Professionally or financially, this card encourages you to avoid dismissing ideas too quickly. A project, an offer, a collaboration, or a learning opportunity may initially seem small or different from what you envisioned, but it could become more meaningful over time. So Spirit is asking you to remain curious before deciding that something isn't right for you. And emotionally, this card signals a chance to rediscover enthusiasm. If you've been feeling uninspired or emotionally flat, the approaching opportunity may involve reconnecting with your passions, creativity, learning, travel, or experiences that remind you what excites your spirit. Sometimes the greatest opportunity isn't external. It's the return of hope after a period of emotional exhaustion. Spirit's also bringing attention to mindfulness. It's easy to become so focused on what's missing that we overlook what is already being offered. The Four of Cups encourages gratitude and presence. By appreciating what is available now, you become more aware of the doors that are beginning to open. They touched on that a little bit too. For some of you, this card can also be about choosing rather than waiting. You may have been expecting life to bring the perfect moment before taking action. They talked about this too in the Pilgrim message. So yeah, some of you may have been expecting life to bring the perfect moment before taking action. Spirit is gently suggesting that part of the opportunity lies in your willingness to engage, saying yes to a conversation, or exploring a new interest, or reaching out to someone, or taking a first step may create momentum that wasn't there before. And then Spirit is also reminding you that periods of stillness are not wasted time. Reflection has its purpose, but there comes a moment when reflection turns into readiness. This card suggests that you may be nearing that transition. Stay attentive to what is unfolding around you, because the next opportunity may be quieter than expected, but significant in the long run. Okay? So stay open to unexpected opportunities. Don't overlook blessings because they arrive differently than expected. Shift your focus from disappointment to possibility. Recognize opportunities in conversations and invitations and new ideas. Reconnect with inspiration and emotional fulfillment. Practice gratitude for what is present now. And take small, intentional steps instead of waiting for perfect timing. That's the message, the daily message for everyone. And trust that periods of reflection can lead to meaningful growth. Cancer, you may be entering a period where opportunities are available, but require openness and attention to recognize. Rather than promising a specific future event, this card symbolically encourages you to look beyond disappointment or routine and remain receptive to new possibilities. I'm sorry if you can hear the crows out there. They're being really loud today. Spirit's guidance is that what initially appears ordinary or unexpected could become an important turning point if approached with curiosity and gratitude and a willingness to engage. And then the seventh question I asked Spirit was, what lesson is Cancer currently being asked to learn? And you got the King of Wands reversed. Okay, what lesson are you currently being asked to learn? So with the King of Wands reversed, Spirit is bringing forward a powerful lesson about personal power, self-leadership, and emotional maturity. This card often appears when there's a need to reclaim your confidence, not through control or force, but through self-awareness, integrity, and trust in your own abilities. So Spirit is asking you to learn the difference between leading from fear and leading from purpose. There may have been times when you've questioned yourself or waited for someone else's approval or held back because you didn't feel completely ready. This card is reminding you that waiting until you feel 100% confident may keep you standing still. Confidence often grows through taking action, not before it. One of the biggest lessons for you right now is learning not to give your power away. You may have unknowingly allowed someone else's opinions or expectations or decisions to influence your own path. Maybe you've been looking to others for validation before trusting your intuition. But Spirit wants you to recognize that your wisdom is just as valuable as anyone else's. While advice can be helpful, your inner guidance deserves equal respect. And the King of Wands reverse can also indicate that you've been carrying the weight of trying to control outcomes. You naturally want to protect the people and situations you care about, but Spirit reminds you that not everything can be controlled, and not every problem belongs to you. Sometimes growth comes from allowing others to make their own choices while you remain focused on your own journey. Another important lesson involves balancing passion with patience. There may be goals, dreams, or relationships you're eager to move forward, but yet frustration arises when progress feels slower than expected. Spirit encourages you not to confuse delays with denial. Some opportunities require preparation, timing, and steady effort rather than rushing toward immediate results. This card may also highlight the lesson of healthy leadership. Leadership isn't always, it isn't about always having the loudest voice or being in charge. It's about consistency, accountability, compassion, and setting an example through your actions. Spirit is showing that people may look to you for guidance more than you realize. The lesson is to trust your ability to inspire others by living authentically rather than trying to meet impossible expectations. Emotionally, Spirit is asking you to notice where anger or frustration or resentment or bottled up emotions may be affecting your decisions. These emotions are not something to fear or suppress. They're signals pointing toward unmet needs or unresolved experiences. The lesson is to acknowledge those feelings honestly instead of letting them quietly shape your behavior. And for some of you, this card also speaks about boundaries. You may have spent so much energy taking care of others that you've neglected your own goals and well-being. I think I'm going to just close my window a little bit here. It's too loud. So yeah, Spirit is teaching you, Spirit teaches that protecting your time, energy, and peace is not selfish. It allows you to show up more fully in every area of your life. Professionally or creatively, the King of Wands reversed asks you to stop doubting your vision. You may have ideas you've delayed sharing because you feared criticism or failure. Spirit encourages you to develop those ideas with discipline and confidence. Don't let perfectionism become an excuse to postpone your purpose. The deepest lesson of all is this. True power doesn't come from controlling people or circumstances. It comes from mastering yourself. I'm going to say that again. I think that's an amazing message. True power doesn't come from controlling people or circumstances. It comes from mastering yourself. When you know who you are and stay aligned with your values and trust your intuition, external opinions lose much of their influence. Spirit is inviting you to become the steady, grounded leader of your own life. Okay? Reclaim your personal power. Trust yourself instead of seeking constant validation. Release the need to control every outcome. Practice patient, consistent leadership. Set healthy boundaries that protect your energy. Express emotions honestly instead of suppressing them. Move forward even when confidence is still growing. And lead your life from purpose rather than fear. This card suggests that your current lesson centers on developing inner confidence, self-leadership, and trust in your own judgment. Rather than indicating a fixed outcome, this card symbolically invites you to reflect on where self-doubt, the desire for control, or dependence on others' approval may be limiting growth. Spirit's guidance is that your greatest strength comes not from directing everything around you, but from learning to lead yourself with courage, authenticity, and emotional wisdom. Your 8th question is, what is blocking you from stepping into your highest path? And you got the 5 of Pentacles. So again, I ask Spirit, what is blocking Cancer from stepping into their highest path? So with this card, Spirit is saying, Spirit is lovingly revealing that the greatest block on your path may not be a lack of opportunity. It may be the belief that you're alone or unsupported or not enough. This card is often associated with feelings of hardship, insecurity, or isolation. So in this position, it suggests that these experiences or the lingering impact they have had could be influencing how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. Spirit is saying your current circumstances do not define your future, and your past challenges do not define your worth. Okay? Another great message. This card often appears when someone has experienced disappointment, rejection, financial stress, emotional loss, or periods of feeling overlooked. Those experiences can leave behind quite a fear. They can make you feel like, what if I don't have what it takes? Or what if I try and it doesn't work? So if that resonates with you, Spirit is encouraging you to notice these thoughts with compassion rather than accepting them as truth. One of the biggest blocks may be a scarcity mindset. I have to make a note of that because Spirit actually said to me yesterday to do some research on scarcity mindset, and I guess it, maybe, well, yeah, so my message was to research what causes someone to have a scarcity mindset and how can you stop having heal from that or overcome having a scarcity mindset. So I've got some homework to do. But yeah, one of the biggest blocks may be a scarcity mindset. And that doesn't only relate to money. It can also involve believing there isn't enough love or support or success or opportunity or happiness available. When you've been through difficult seasons, it's understandable to become cautious. However, Spirit asks you to consider whether old survival strategies are preventing you from recognizing the resources and possibilities that exist today. And this card also speaks to the tendency to carry burdens alone. Cancer, you often protect others while quietly managing your own struggles. So Spirit is gently asking you, have you convinced yourself that asking for help is a sign of weakness? One lesson of this card is that support is often closer than we realize, but pride or fear or past disappointment can make it difficult to reach out. There may also be lingering wounds related to self-worth. Perhaps you've questioned whether you deserve happiness or abundance or healthy relationships because of past experiences. But Spirit is reminding you that your value isn't determined by what you've lost, what you've struggled through, or what others have failed to recognize. Cancer, your worth is not something you have to earn. It is something you already possess. This card can also reflect fear of failure. You may hesitate to pursue a dream or make a change or take a meaningful step because you're trying to avoid another setback. Spirit acknowledges that caution has its place, but also reminds you that avoiding all risk can keep you from discovering your potential. Growth often requires taking thoughtful steps despite uncertainty. And that's again what the daily card was about, the Pilgrim. For some of you, this card highlights emotional isolation. You may be surrounded by people, yet still feel misunderstood or disconnected. Spirit encourages you to look for relationships where honesty, mutual care, and emotional safety can grow. Allowing trusted people to know what you're carrying can lessen the weight. Professionally or financially, this card may invite you to reconsider beliefs such as, I'm not qualified enough, or it's too late, or someone else is more capable. Spirit is suggesting that these beliefs may be limiting you more than external circumstances. Cancer, building confidence often starts with recognizing the strengths and experiences you've already gained. There's also a spiritual lesson in this card. Sometimes we become so focused on what is missing that we overlook what remains available. Our resilience, supportive relationships, opportunities to learn, or the ability to begin again. Spirit isn't minimizing hardship. Rather, it invites you to recognize that hope and support can exist alongside challenge. And finally, Spirit is asking you to remember that every difficult season has also revealed your resilience. The very experiences that made you question yourself have also developed your compassion, endurance, and empathy. Those qualities are not obstacles. They are strengths you can carry into your highest path. Okay? So release beliefs rooted in lack or scarcity. Heal wounds around self-worth and deservingness. Allow yourself to receive support from trusted people. Don't let past hardship define your future. Move beyond fear of failure. Recognize your resilience and inner resources. Stay open to opportunities even after disappointment. And trust that asking for help can be a source of strength. Cancer, your greatest obstacle may be the lingering emotional impact of past hardship rather than an absence of possibility. This card is encouraging you to reflect on whether fear, self-doubt, or feelings of isolation are limiting your willingness to embrace new opportunities. Spirit's guidance is that your highest path becomes easier to recognize when you remember that you don't have to walk it alone, and that your past struggles can become a source of wisdom rather than a barrier to your future. The 9th question I asked Spirit was, what support or protection is surrounding Cancer right now? And you got the 2 of Cups. Okay? So what support or protection is surrounding you right now? Well, this card is showing one of the most beautiful cards to receive for this question, because this card symbolizes mutual love, emotional harmony, trust, and meaningful connection. Okay? So what Spirit is saying is the support surrounding you right now comes through relationships built on sincerity, compassion, and genuine care. Spirit is saying that you're not walking this journey alone, even if there are moments when it feels that way. Spirit wants you to know that there are people entering your life or already present in your life who are meant to encourage, uplift, and walk beside you. These connections are not based on obligation or convenience. They're built on mutual respect, understanding, and emotional honesty. So one of the strongest forms of protection around you right now is healthy relationships. Whether this is a romantic partner, a close friend, a family member, a mentor, or another trusted connection. Spirit is highlighting someone whose presence helps you feel seen, heard, and accepted. And if this person has not yet appeared, then the card can also suggest that you're moving toward relationships with those qualities. And Spirit is also showing that divine support often arrives through other people. Sometimes we expect guidance to come through signs or moments of solitude, but this card is reminding you to pay attention to conversations, kind gestures, and the people who consistently show up with honesty and care. These may be some of the ways support is finding you. And this card also speaks about the relationship between you and your own intuition. Cancer, you're naturally intuitive, yet there are times when self-doubt can make it difficult to trust those inner nudges. Spirit is encouraging you to strengthen that inner partnership. Your intuition is part of your support system. The more you listen to it, the more confidently you can navigate decisions and relationships. Emotionally, this card suggests that healing is available through openness rather than isolation. If you've been carrying burdens alone, Spirit reminds you that sharing your thoughts with someone you trust can bring relief and perspective. There is strength in allowing yourself to be supported. Spirit keeps repeating that message, okay? For those in a relationship, oh, sorry, I don't know what happened there. My camera just dropped. Okay, that woke me up. So, so for those in a relationship, this card, the Two of Cups, may indicate that your partnership has the potential to become a source of stability, healing, and mutual growth through honest communication and shared effort. For those who are single, Spirit may be reassuring you that your heart is being prepared for meaningful connections built on mutual respect rather than uncertainty or imbalance. This card isn't a guarantee of a specific future event, but it is hopeful. It is a hopeful symbol of healthy emotional connection and reciprocity. Spirit also highlights the importance of balance. You naturally give so much of yourself to others, Cancer. And this card is reminding you that the relationships surrounding you should also nourish you. Protection comes not only from who you love, but from who loves and supports you in return. Okay? And there's another layer to this card that speaks of spiritual partnerships. Some people interpret this card as a sign that your spiritual guides, ancestors, or the divine are helping align you with the right people, conversations, and experiences at the right time. Whether you view this card in that way or simply as a symbol of meaningful human connection, the central message is one of guidance through relationship rather than isolation. And Spirit is also encouraging reconciliation where appropriate, not necessarily returning to every relationship from the past, but being open to healing misunderstandings or rebuilding trust when it's healthy to do so, or creating stronger emotional bonds with those who genuinely value you. Okay? Cancer, you don't have to earn love by overgiving. Okay? You don't have to earn love by overgiving. The support surrounding you now is asking you to receive as openly as you give. Healthy relationships are reciprocal. They allow both people to care, encourage, and strengthen one another. A good affirmation with this card is, I welcome loving, supportive, and authentic connections into my life. I trust that I am guided, protected, and surrounded by relationships that honor my heart and my highest good. Cancer, you're surrounded by loving and supportive energy. Healthy, reciprocal relationships are part of your protection. Trust your intuition, it's guiding you. Allow yourself to receive the care you so freely give. Healing comes through emotional honesty and connection. Divine guidance may come through the people you meet and trust. Strengthen relationships built on mutual respect and compassion, and release the belief that you must face everything alone. The Two of Cups is a reassuring card in this position. Symbolically, it suggests that your support system is rooted in meaningful connection, whether through close relationships, a deepening trust and intuition, or a sense of spiritual companionship. Rather than facing challenges in isolation, this card is inviting you to recognize the value of mutual care, open communication, and relationships where support flows in both directions. Spirit's message is one of partnership, reminding you that some of life's greatest protection comes through hearts that meet with honesty, kindness, and love. And then your last tarot card before we get to your oracle card is I asked Spirit, what intention should Cancer focus on for the next chapter of their journey? And you got the Fool reversed. Major Arcana. So what intention should you, Cancer, focus on for the next chapter of your journey? So this isn't about rushing ahead. It's about moving forward with trust, wisdom, and intention. The Fool reversed is often misunderstood as a negative card, but in this position, it serves as a gentle invitation to balance hope with discernment. Okay? Spirit is asking you to set the intention of choosing courage over fear while also honoring your intuition. You may find yourself standing at the edge of a new beginning, whether it's a relationship, a career change, a creative project, a spiritual path, or a personal transformation. There may be excitement mixed with hesitation. Part of you is ready to step into something new, while another part wonders, what if it doesn't work? Spirit acknowledges that uncertainty and encourages you not to let it become the deciding factor. This card, the Fool reversed, can point to moments when fear of making a mistake causes you to delay action. You may keep preparing, researching, or waiting for the perfect sign, believing you'll know exactly when the time is right. But Spirit is gently reminding you that clarity often grows through movement. And again, that was the daily message today. Waiting until every question is answered may keep you standing at the starting line. That was the message for today, for the collective. So, including you. At the same time, this card also carries another lesson. Don't rush simply because you're eager for change. See your oracle card? Don't rush simply because you're eager for change. If you've been feeling impatient, Spirit encourages thoughtful decisions rather than impulsive ones. You don't need to leap without looking, but you also don't need to remain frozen by uncertainty. The intention is to find a healthy balance between caution and confidence. Keep knocking my camera. Spirit's also inviting you to release limiting beliefs that sound like, I'm not ready, or what if I fail, or maybe someone else could do this better, or it's safer to stay where I am. These thoughts can quietly keep you from stepping into opportunities that align with your values and growth. Spirit encourages you to recognize them without allowing them to define your choices. The Fool reversed also asks you to trust your intuition over outside pressure. There may be voices around you offering advice, expectations, or opinions about what you should do next. While it's valuable to listen, Spirit reminds you that your own inner wisdom deserves a central place in your decision making. Your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's. This card also emphasizes preparation. Before beginning your next chapter, take time to understand your goals, your values, and what truly matters to you. Preparation isn't the same as procrastination. The key is to prepare with purpose rather than delay from fear. There's also another important message here about authenticity. Sometimes we hesitate to begin something new because we're worried about how others will respond. Spirit is asking you to release the need to have everyone's approval. Your journey belongs to you. Not everyone will understand your choices, and that's okay. What matters is whether your choices reflect your heart and values. So let's just have a look at your entire spread so far, starting with the Lovers reversed up here on the top left, okay? The Lovers reversed invited you to realign with your authentic self. The Three of Cups emphasized healing through supportive relationships and community. The Six of Cups reversed encouraged releasing the emotional weight of the past. The Five of Wands highlighted resilience and strength developed through challenges. The Two of Wands reversed spoke about moving beyond fear in love and relationships. The Four of Cups encouraged staying open to unexpected opportunities. The King of Wands reversed focused on reclaiming confidence and self-leadership. The Five of Pentacles pointed to releasing beliefs rooted in lack or isolation. And the Two of Cups reminded you of the support available through meaningful connection. So the Fool reverse brings all of these messages together. So what Spirit is saying is, you've done more healing than you realize. Don't allow old fears to convince you that you're still the same person you were before. Your next chapter asks you to trust the growth you've already experienced. So your intention moving forward could be, I choose to move forward with courage, wisdom, and trust. I release fear, honor my intuition, and welcome new beginnings that align with my highest good. This intention reflects both openness to new opportunities and the thoughtful discernment symbolized by the reversed fool. Okay? So, Cancer, trust yourself more than your fears. Balance caution with the courage to move forward. Release self-doubt and perfectionism. Prepare with intention, but don't let preparation become procrastination. Listen to your intuition above outside opinions. Welcome new beginnings with discernment. Let your choices reflect your authentic values, and believe that you are ready for the next chapter. The Fool reversed serves as a thoughtful closing card for this spread. Symbolically, it suggests that your next chapter is less about dramatic leaps and more about intentional progress. Rather than predicting a specific outcome, it encourages you to move forward with greater self-trust, openness to growth, and awareness of the lessons already learned. Taken together, the spread points toward a journey of healing, authentic relationships, renewed confidence, and releasing old fears so that the next stage of life can be approached with courage and wisdom. Okay, and then your oracle card, I asked Spirit, what does Cancer need to understand and embody right now? And you got the card that came out is change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. They talked about that all throughout your reading. Yeah. The theme of this card connects deeply with everything that has already come through in the spread. Releasing the past, healing relationships, rebuilding confidence, and stepping into a new version of yourself. So Spirit is showing that you are not the same person you were before. You've been through experiences that have reshaped your heart, your perspective, and the way you move through the world. The message of change is that transformation is already happening. Um, You may still be looking for proof that you have grown, but Spirit is reminding you that the evidence is in the way you think, the way you respond, the boundaries you create, and the choices you're beginning to make. Stop trying to return to an old version of yourself. There may be a part of you that misses who you were before certain disappointments or heartbreaks or challenges that changed you. You may wonder why you cannot go back to the way things were, but you're not meant to go backward. The person you were served a purpose, but the person you're becoming carries more wisdom, awareness, and strength. The change happening within you is not a loss of who you are. It is an expansion of who you are. Change is not something happening to you, it is something happening for your growth. Okay? You're in a transition period. The old ways of thinking, coping, and protecting yourself are being replaced with something more aligned. Cancer, you're allowed to outgrow what once felt familiar. You need to understand that transformation can feel uncomfortable because it requires releasing identities or relationships or habits or beliefs that once provided security. Change does not always announce itself with a dramatic moment. Sometimes it happens quietly, like you no longer tolerate what you used to accept, or you desire different kinds of relationships, or you see situations more clearly, or you trust yourself more, or you recognize patterns you once overlooked, or you begin choosing peace over familiarity. These are signs of growth. Spirit is showing that you may have spent a long time surviving, protecting, and carrying emotional responsibilities. Now the lesson is learning how to create, receive, and experience. Okay? The question is no longer, how do I get back to who I was? The question becomes, who am I becoming? The change card is asking you to embrace the evolution of your soul. Spirit is asking you to embody acceptance of your transformation. Don't apologize for changing. Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Don't return to old situations simply because they're familiar. Don't mistake growth for losing yourself. The new version of you is being called to embody self-trust. Trust that the lessons you've learned have prepared you. Feel deeply, but don't allow old wounds to make every decision. That's emotional maturity. Allow new people, experiences, and opportunities to meet you where you are now. Be open. Take steps forward even when you don't have every answer. Have courage. Remember that your value was never dependent on how others treated you. Have self-worth. You've changed because you were meant to. The experiences that tested you were also shaping you. Release the need to prove that you are still the person you used to be, and honor the person you have become. This card suggests a spiritual awakening of sorts, a realization that the challenges, endings, and lessons were not simply things to endure. They were experiences that refined your understanding of love, self-worth, boundaries, and purpose. Cancer, you're being asked to embody the belief you can honor your past without living there. And you can love who you were while embracing who you are becoming. Okay? You're entering a new chapter, Cancer. The journey is not about becoming someone completely different. It's about becoming more fully yourself. You're not being asked to start over. You're being asked to step forward as the person you have grown into. Cancer, your heart has learned Your intuition has strengthened. Your boundaries are evolving. Your relationships are shifting. Your path is opening. The greatest gift you can embody right now is acceptance. Accepting that change has already happened. Accepting that growth can be uncomfortable. And accepting that the next chapter requires trusting the wisdom gained from everything that came before. Embrace your growth, trust your heart, release the past, and step forward with love, courage, and confidence. Okay? Embrace love, growth, and all the blessings that are coming your way. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel these messages for you today. Cancer, I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you. I will see you next time. Take good care. Bye.